Welcome to Mammoth Lakes, California, a high-altitude playground packed with rugged peaks, good snow, and plenty of nature to explore. We traveled to the eastern Sierra Mountains and saw some volcanic wonders and enjoyed some trails and epic views. Sometimes the best trips aren't about where you go, but who you go with. I was lucky enough to join two of my close friends and explore this Mammoth area, get to snowboard, and even test out some hot springs on a rainy day. Hey, this is Chris from Shred Vision, and I'm excited for you to follow along on my Exploring Mammoth video. Me and two of my close childhood friends set out on an adventure to explore the Mammoth area for 4 days. We did some snowboarding, hiking, explored around the Mammoth area, and we even had a couple jam sessions where we used the music that we made for the background music in this video. And it was really cool on this trip heading into May, being able to still snowboard and experience some of the hiking stuff that normally you can't do during the summer. It was really fun that Adam and Daniel could have me join on this trip, and we had a really good time. So follow us along as we get to explore some of the cool scenery in this Mammoth Lakes area and enjoy everything that it has to offer. Day one of our trip here, we left from Fresno, California, did the drive down to Bakersfield all the way around Tehachapi Pass and into Mammoth Lakes, California. Adam drove, we took his Toyota truck here into Mammoth, loaded up the boards, threw them in the back, and yeah, kind of got here for night one. We had to go around because the passes are still closed this time of year, late April. The drive to Mammoth can be pretty long. It took us about 7 hours to get there. Gave me plenty of time to catch up with my buddies Adam and Daniel. Normally during the summer we've got a couple different passes that you can cut through to 395. Due to the snowpack and it being late April, we had to go all the way around, but sometimes it's worth it. You get to see the beautiful Alabama Hills area and the tallest mountain in the lower US, Mount Whitney, and we were lucky enough to catch it just in time for a sunset. Yeah, basically night one we got into town a little bit late, it was already dark, and got our grocery shopping, got a couple of DiGiorno's. Yeah, Steve's one of your co-workers, so we got to stay at Steve's Airbnb, which is, yeah, a real nice place here, kind of outside of Mammoth Village area, so.
Beautiful spot, a walking distance to all the shops and restaurants and whatnot. But then the most important is it's super close to the resort.
Shout out to Steve, baby!
Shout out to Steve, a good buddy of mine and also a co-worker. But he's got an awesome place here, a little Airbnb. My name's Adam. I'm from Fresno, California. Known Chris since childhood. We grew up in the church together. Snowboarding since junior high, and went on some amazing trips kind of through high school and college, and have the opportunity to do that now as we're adults and kind of continuing the journey of adventures.
Hey everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm 39. I've been snowboarding since I was 12 years old. Started on skis before that, but I really didn't get the hang of it till I was probably 18. I got my first jobs. First paycheck went to a snowboard and a season pass at Sierra Summit at the time. So anyways, I've been snowboarding with our friend Chris, our beloved cameraman. He was neighborhood friends with my cousins Brian and Adam, and as my cousin Adam had said, I play music. That's probably my #1 passion. We got a band called The Morning Drive, but we all been playing music together, even with Chris, like since we were kids at Adam's parents' house, my aunt and uncle's. We just still love doing the things that we've always loved doing since we were kids, you know, music, snowboarding. Happy to be part of this trip in Mammoth. Good to bond continually with my cousin Adam and still bonding with Chris here, even though maybe we've gone years at a time without seeing each other. It's like no time has passed.
So day 2, we woke up here in Mammoth Lakes at the Airbnb, and yeah, the resort Mammoth Mountain is about 10 minutes away. So we spent the morning, had a little bit something to eat, got our snowboarding gear together, got our gear on, and took the Toyota about 10 minutes up the road to Mammoth Mountain. So it's late April right now, and you know, definitely spring snow conditions, but the mountain was amazing. Really steep mountain, really big mountain, and the snow was a little icy, but we made the best of it, and it was, you know, really amazing getting to ride at this, you know, time of year on this resort. Down this really icy run, and you know, not the best snow conditions, but it was really a fun run nonetheless, and feeling the real magnitude of this Mammoth Mountain here is pretty amazing, you know.
Dave's Run, that's like my favorite one.
Views were incredible. Getting up to that Dave's Run. That was a beautiful lookout point. The fact that we were above the tree line and able to snowboard on these wide open spaces was pretty great, and I can only imagine how much cooler it would be with fresh powder.
The summit of Mammoth was awesome, and being able to look out across the east side of the Sierras, like into the high desert, kind of see the transition from the snowy mountains like down to the high desert.
Hiking up to Dave's Run was really fun. Also, we kind of hiked up to the top, did a couple drone shots, so that was worth the hike. Snow wasn't the best conditions today, but we made the best of it, and yeah, it was fun regardless, warm weather.
Great day on Mammoth Mountain. Got done, nice long run, no injuries. No place else I'd rather be.
Yeah. Great way to close out the season.
Yeah. Yep, great way to close out the season. But yeah, we had a great day on the slopes. We got back to our Airbnb. We went into the town. We kind of did some local stuff. Found out Ubers don't work around here and Lyfts, and then we ended up taking the trolley to a few different places in Mammoth Village. Did a little bit of bar hopping and, you know, walking around, and then yeah, came back to the Airbnb and called it a night. Day 3, we woke up here at our Airbnb in Mammoth Lakes, and today it was going to be raining, so we didn't end up going snowboarding today. We chose the day instead to do a little exploring around the Hot Creek area and checking out some different hot springs and whatnot in the Mammoth area, and it was, you know, really a fun day. It was one of the highlights of the trip.
Okay, first stop was that first overlook, a Hot Creek lookout. That was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
What do you think, Daniel? We've caught a little bit of rain off and on today, so decided to come down to this geological hot creek here outside of Mammoth. Did a little bit of hiking around, checked out some hot springs. Yeah, really good time. Beautiful day today, getting to see the big mountains in the background in front of this river. We're just doing a little exploring today, so no plans, just kind of cruising around, taking some of these fire roads with the truck, and yeah, exploring some hot springs, some beautiful nature scenes. So pretty fun day so far. Got to check out the Hot Creek site, do a little hiking around. Got to hang out in some caves when it was raining, so it was a really cool experience. Found some caves here at the base of this hill overlooking these hot springs. We're in a little thunderstorm right now, so we thought we might take some shelter in this cave.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We hung out in this cave, to beat out the rainstorm, you know, and yeah, thunder and lightning going around us, and kind of just took things back to the basics, and it was really cool. Got to end the day, a little hot spring in the rain session. It was pretty cool. Been in the cold temperatures, you know, it's pretty cold today. You know, we were pushing 40s or 50s-ish, and you know, having the rain, and we're sitting in the hot spring, we're, you know, having a beer, just, you know, you really can't beat it. And to be in this area that is easily accessible, yet it's not crowded with people, that's kind of what makes it special. This whole Mammoth Lakes area, you know, it's really underrated, one of the more beautiful areas, and that's kind of what we did. Yeah, just explored this trip, whether it was exploring Mammoth Mountain on our snowboards or exploring, you know, the Mammoth Lake area on our feet with our friends. You know, either way, pretty cool. Day 4. Today we would wake up in Mammoth Lakes and make our way back home to Fresno, California. But before we went home, we made our way south on the 395 to go check out the Alabama Hills area. As we were driving along the 395, it was awesome reminiscing on all the cool places we'd been on the trip and looking at some of these beautiful mountains as they lined the road as we made our way south. Seeing all the snow in the mountain ranges as we made our way south through the high desert was really cool to see. It kind of makes you forget that we were entering the beginning of May and that summer was right around the corner. The Alabama Hills area is really cool because you get to see Mount Whitney, the tallest mountain in the lower United States, and there's some really unique rock formations around here that are really cool as well. Standing on top of these rocks with Daniel and Adam was really fun, and it puts this whole Alabama Hills area into perspective. You get to see the huge mountains with snow in the background and take in some last epic views before we ended our trip together. I had a great time hanging out with these guys and look forward to doing some future trips together as well. It was a really fun trip getting to hang out with Adam and Daniel and catching up together, doing some snowboarding, and even playing some music together that we used in this video. I'm looking forward to a summer with more trips with friends and lots of good scenery. This is Chris from Shred Vision. Thanks for exploring Mammoth with us. Take care and ride safe.